Hello everyone, my name is Ryan and welcome to a new video in the Casual Online Game Series. And I had a suggestion to try a different opening, so here I am. We're doing this complicated joseki this time. So yeah, for the 3-4 approach, I don't even know what this is called, the 6-4 I guess. For 3-4 approach, this is going to be quite a complicated variation. So I'm pretty sure I should have targeted this way. I don't really know. There is a difference in terms of the liberties of how many block needs in order to capture the corner. So there is a difference. So this was the trick move, I believe. And I think someone has done this to me before, and it's actually quite tricky. When black jumps out, white has this wedge, but it doesn't actually fully work until there is an attachment of some sort. So I need to attach, because after I wedge and I hane, there's a clamp here. And if I descend, then the center stones would get captured. I'm not sure if I'm explaining this well, but I'm pretty sure he couldn't extend. Because after this I can wedge and capture this side, I believe. And after I hane, right, because locally, his, oh, it's too bad I can't get the capture in, because if I capture, he's probably going to just capture my outside stone, so I'm going to have to just do it this way. But after this, black can't. So now you can see the meaning of this exchange. I'm actually glad that this actually happened in the game, because black cannot simply enclose the center. And that makes it, well, I hope it makes it viable for white. I've actually never really played this variation out. Yeah, if I connect, he's also 3 liberties. So it's the same as if I captured, so I should definitely connect in this case. And he's not... Is he able to enclose this center? Huh. Then I get to escape. I am pretty sure this is pretty good for white. But he can hane. Yeah, well, if he's going to get that side, then I should definitely jump towards the center. So if he hanes, then I'll just exchange a couple moves. Jump, I think it's... Should I respond or no? Let me see if I can roll something on that. I think I need to respond, because if he plays a tiger's mouth here, there's actually quite a few liberties with this group. Huh, well, I'm not sure why he descended, because now that actually takes away quite a few liberties for this group. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is decent for white, at least. I mean, I captured everything in here, and he didn't really gain anything too impressive. And this group is kind of just hanging there, since all my groups are connected, so there's no reason why it's bad for white, I believe. So yeah, actually my unorthodox opening, I guess, threw him off. So there's a 4-4 approach to this move, and then you can double approach, and then typically black, I think, descends on one side, and then white jumps, and then black does a nice move or something like that. I think I've seen that before, but I'm not sure whether this opening is actually even good in this case for white, because I don't want black to actually connect back. So I need to cut off this group. Since it's still a weak group, I don't want these two groups to connect to each other. Okay, I feel like playing very aggressive and vulgar moves actually right now. I'm not sure if that's any good. Yeah, let me do this, and I want to extend. This group is very weak, so I can definitely achieve something by cutting that group off. So the question is, should I Atari and extend, or should I extend directly? I'm not sure. I think I should Atari first. I don't want him to descend, because then he can also Hana and connect in Sente. So I will just extend Atari this. Oh, but then he can actually counter me. Maybe I should Atari this first. Yeah, I think I messed up the order now. Since if he Atari's here, I have to extend. Well, I think it's fine, because he can't really net, and even if he can get this Atari in, he's gonna have to connect here anyway. Okay, but he connected in the game. And if he jumps out on this side, I should be able to just capture something. It looks very dangerous. But he's jumping out on this side though. What about this group? This actually seems extremely dangerous for black right now. What? I'm going to attach. Since there are a lot of forcing moves here. For now I can't descend because black can jump. But now, after I pull back, he's going to have to play here, and then I can haunt it. And I think this is going to be... Whoa. Well, I'm pretty happy with this result. So these exchanges were really important because now he can't jump out. Okay, I have to block. This is actually quite interesting how this new fight will end up now. Okay. So actually after these exchanges he can jump out here. So I actually have to protect that. So right now I'm actually risking quite a bit, and if this group can somehow live, then I'm going to be in trouble. But I think I need this Atari. I can't let him Hane and Sente. It's just too big of a move. And also when I Atari, if he makes the Ko, even if I lose and have to connect, he still can't really do anything over in the middle because of that liberty shortage. So it's definitely worth it to make this Atari, I believe. Okay. So I'm probably going to end up losing the Ko then. But that's okay. Actually, you know what? I think I want to play this. Where is his next Ko threat going to be? Yeah, I think I should just connect. This side is bigger than the other side. If I played here, I'm actually afraid that he's gonna end the ko. Even I can cut, but there's like attachments here, and also he can just descend and capture something. So that's not very good for me. So I'm just going to respond to everything because he still can't really escape very well. If he jumps out, I can push and take, and there's a connection issue. And if he extends, then wait, what happens when he extends? Actually, I think I probably have to jump. Yeah, if he so this is gonna be a ko, but this should be an easy ko for me then. He's gonna jump out right away. I don't think this works. Unless he's gonna jump first and then extend here. That might be possible, but he didn't. And I don't see how this can work for black, because now he's gonna have to Atari and extend this way, or else I just Atari here and everything is dead. So yeah, I don't see how this can possibly work. Wow, that was extremely fast. He resigned here, to my surprise. That was pretty interesting, these fights. Actually, so if you guys are wondering about this joseki here, the normal move for white is actually to extend. And so this is the bad thing about Ataring this way, because after black Ataris, black can throw in. And even though these are both sente later for white, the direction is actually not so good for white. So I decided to actually try to trick my opponent, and I'm actually not really sure what the best move in this case is. Perhaps black can just descend and capture the corner, or maybe if a Hane works or something. I've seen this sometime. Maybe black can wedge. I've seen this sometime before. So the main reason for this is that, well, if white cannot do this right away because there's this clamp, and black can Hane here if this exchange was not made. But now since that exchange is made, white can just go play the bamboo and escape. Now I'm not sure what the follow-up would actually be. For example, if black either Haned or did something. I think if black just captures, then that's also, I'm not sure if this is a trap. Like for example, if black white does this and captures, it's sente, and if black plays here, then it's actually okay. Black can capture the corner, but when you capture the corner like this, you have to be a little careful what white can gain on the outside. For example, if I just Hane and block, that's actually quite uncomfortable for black. I guess black can. Okay, black can just capture like that, I guess. So I was actually looking at something like this, maybe. This might work. So after black Atari's there, white gains an extra liberty, and then this clamp. And okay, I think this is getting way too complicated. actually, for example, this connection is pretty much Sente. Because if it's like this, then I'm not. Holy crap! This is a that's a pretty big variation. This might be slightly better for black, just because there's so many cutting points on the outside. But locally, it's a seki. Yeah, I'm not too familiar with this, to be honest. But in the game, I had a pretty easy victory here in the upper left, and also on this side, I was actually a little worried about Tari, because the outside is obviously bigger. So if black can somehow force white to capture something small, then that would be the way to go, because the board is still very empty on the right side. Yeah, in the game, it actually, I don't think it should have happened this way. For example, okay, let's just say black does these exchanges. I think black can just extend out. I wasn't even sure what to do. I was gonna jump, and then if black jumps out, I was actually going to just sacrifice it. Because after the connection, if black connects here when white captures, locally it's still a ko. So right now white won't just block, because then black can connect and live, but white can actually capture first. And that's very annoying, because if black does this, it's actually a ko to live rather than just a live. So that would be very good for white. So I was actually thinking about something like that, and this wouldn't really work, because if he does this, white has way too many self-ko threats, so something like these probably wouldn't suffice. Although it is a decently heavy ko for white as well, so black might be able to get like something like this as a ko threat, because if white answers, then when white descends here, black can make this Hane ko threat. Or wait, the Hane might not be a ko threat. Okay, let's just say black just does this. He captures back. White has one more, but then that's it. Black has one more. And then after black captures back, black can safely capture these, and white doesn't really have any ko threats. So what will happen was probably white will not respond to the middle, and then play elsewhere. But this is obviously, I think this is obviously better for white, because there's so much territory here, and black doesn't really have that much influence. So, and it's also white's turn. White can just reduce, or do something like that. So yeah, I think my opponent, I accidentally really tricked my opponent there. So yeah, thanks for watching this game. It was very interesting with the different opening that I did. So if you're into new openings, or if there's an opening that you would like me to play in the next casual game, leave a comment, and the comment with the most likes, I will play that opening. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and give me a like if you did, and feel free to follow us on our socials or donate to us, and I will see you next time.